Now to the historic arraignment of former President Trump. Mr. Trump right now on his plane heading back to New Jersey from Miami. But in court today, his attorneys entered not guilty pleas to 37 counts of mishandling some of the nation's top secret documents and then refusing to return them to government officials. Tonight, for Mr. Trump, it's back to politics. He's going to speak to supporters at his golf resort in Bedminster. Eyewitness News reporter N.J. Burkett is there live awaiting the arrival of Mr. Trump, which I guess is a little ways from now, N.J.
Yeah, actually it'll be another couple hours, Bill. We are on Route 206, just down the road from the Trump golf course. As you can see behind me, several dozen demonstrators have gathered. They're waving signs and waving flags. But yes, the former president is now back in the air. He's headed back to New Jersey. His speech for big ticket donors is planned for later tonight.
As hundreds of supporters protested outside the federal courthouse, Donald Trump surrendered to authorities. On social media, proclaiming today, quote, one of the saddest days in the history of our country. It was nothing if not historic. A former United States president standing at the defense table under federal criminal indictment for the first time. He pleaded not guilty.
What we are witnessing today is the blatant and unapologetic weaponization of the criminal justice system.
But prosecutors say the evidence is overwhelming, the allegations disturbing, that Trump hoarded hundreds of classified documents, 17 of them marked top secret. When ordered to turn them over, he told staff members to hide them from his own lawyers and the FBI, then denied their existence multiple times. When federal agents raided his resort in Mar-a-Lago, they found them in stacks of boxes and scattered across the floor. Some of the nation's most sensitive secrets stashed in a bathroom. In July of 2021, he allegedly showed a document to guests in Bedminster and was captured on audio telling them, quote, as president, I could have declassified it. Now I can't, you know, but this is still a secret. What legal experts say may be a smoking gun, proof that Trump understood that he had no business possessing classified documents.
That goes to the heart of proving to the jury that Donald Trump was not mistaken, he was not merely reckless, but intentional and knowledgeable about the fact that there are procedures to follow to declassify things, and he was in violation of those rules and procedures.
Through it all, Trump was stone-faced, at times both impatient and defiant, arraigned alongside his valet and co-defendant Walt Nauta, accused of hiding the documents at Trump's request. But it was a different Donald Trump who showed up a short time later in Little Havana, where he was greeted and serenaded by patrons in a restaurant after stopping his motorcade.
We have a country that is in decline like never before, and we can't let it happen.
At the Trump golf course this evening, they are preparing to host about 150 big ticket donors. Trump's speech is expected sometime in the 8 o'clock hour.